Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Victoria. I'm from Mobilizatorio, a social innovation lab based in Bogota, Colombia. And today I'm in front of you, not just as Victoria, but as someone who strongly believes in the collective action and harnessing technology for the social good. So I would like to start with a big statement, and that we all have been sharing since the beginning of the conference, and is how our lives changed after the pandemic and how our reality became hybrid. We found ourselves now living like a hybrid existence itself, where all our connections, interactions with people, friends, relatives, and colleagues now are always happening between two spheres, the online and the online sphere. And that is completely fine, but with that, like a darker reality had emerged, and is that war and violence have also found like the breeding ground to expand hate and radicalization and division in society. And the reason of that is, well, technology, of course, but let us pause and reflect a little bit about technology, because it embodies our capacity to communicate, our capacity to innovate, but whatsoever is a reflection of the human being, is a projection of the human being. And in Colombia, we can see how that projection of the human being have like some points in common in digital violence. So we can see how it merges like social and cultural backgrounds, how it pursues like a collective identity, how it establish a common enemy, how it uses some semantic perspective that catalyze some narratives. So what can we do about it? We have seen for many years how the private sector has successfully used strategies based in behavior change to pursue us to consume certain things and act in some ways, but we haven't seen how this amazing knowledge is massively used for social good. So we started to ask ourselves, what if we combine the world of communications, the world of art, and the world of activism and mobilization to nudge people towards collective action? What if we use all of the characteristics that war and violence use in digital violence to take advantage of our enemy? So what if we pursue a collective identity but for good? What if we not establish a common enemy but a common narrative to build peace? How we use humor or semantic things to change like the gap and the mindset in people. So we started to explore different strategies, and we started to explore the combination of all those words. We started to create like methodologies, human-centered design and social graphic design to spread the importance of peace at the causes that we believe in, for example, democracy, environment, youth participation, etc. So we started to begin this amazing journey, and in this path that we have traveled, we have like some best practices that we would like to share with you. So first of all is with social movements. We have learned that without social movement, there's no possibility of change. And this is an example of a process that we carry out in Colombia with both women's victims of the armed conflict, and both with ex-members of the guerrilla FARC. They both created an agenda, and they prioritize their main issues towards the national government. So we helping them to create a digital movement also through a social design of their agenda, and creating like a digital movement of supporters also. Second of all is connect with emotions. We have seen for many years and more how people are really disappointed, and especially youth are really disappointed of the traditional ways of participating. So it is important to provide them like with different tools and different strategies to participate and express themselves. This is an example of a process that we carry out with youth, and they wanted to express their concerns against polarization in Colombia through this mural that you might find like with resemblance of the mural in Berlin. And the second graffiti or mural that you can see is a representation of the concepts or mainly actions that they strongly believe is as a way of participating, that is to see, to feel, and to do. The third thing is empower people, let them raise their voices. This is a sound map that we carry out. And every graphic piece that is spread in digital media and through digital campaigning has like inside a mini podcast from people and from youth that are speaking out about the importance of participation, the importance of their territories, or the importance of youth. And this is important for us because these young people lives in very far and isolated areas and one of the most vulnerable territories of Colombia because of the armed conflict. And their voice, once unheard, now it's being heard by thousands and thousands of people thanks to technology. So this is the version of technology. This is the projection of the human being that we want to pursue and that we want to gather through digital innovations and digital campaigning. There are some additional tips for successful strategies that we would like to share with you in this combination of activism, digital campaigning, and art. And is, first of all, integrate solutions. It is important to create solutions behind the big piece, no? The graphic piece or the art piece. An example of this, for example, the mural that youth wanted to express themselves against polarization. We launched also a tool and a methodology to navigate polarized conversations. So it is always important to integrate a solution together with the piece art or the digital mobilization. Second of all is make progress and change, because in this field there are no finished products, and they are always they can always evolve. So it is important to make progress and evolve with them. Be a strategic translator. In communication field, in traditional communication field, there's always a sender and a receiver of the message. But in this field, there's no such way. It's just an producer and interpreter of the message. So we have to be sure that we are a strategic translator of the voices of the community or what community has to say. We are just a translator. And finishing, just technology is a road, not a destination, and it is really easy to get confused, and especially in digital campaigning, set the numbers as your main objective, no? The numbers of views, engagement, comments, how many times my graphic piece was shared, and so it is really. It's not your main objective. It's just a medium or a tool to gather that main objective. So just to finish, I would like to ask you just in 1 second for all of you, what is your cause? And please don't say peace, because we all want peace, but a specific cause. And I want to ask yourself, not for you, because for you it's obviously important and it's obviously relevant, but for the world in general. If it's important, if it's urgent, and if it has emotional resonance. If your answers to these questions are yes, I would like to say that your cause has big probabilities of being successful or have some impact through digital campaigning. But if not, well, you can reach us, we can provide some advice. But at the center of that equation, the only thing that I can say in advance is that you can find art and digital campaigning as a perfect catalyst to make your cause important, urgent, and with emotional relevance. Thank you.